Becoming a mother turned me into an activist. Like all new mothers, finding myself in charge of a tiny baby was absolutely terrifying. I had to look after this little being, day and night. I was in charge of deciding what I would give this child to drink, what I would give it to wear. And I realized with all that control also came a huge amount of responsibility. So one night, I'm pulling out of a bag of disposable nappies. It's a fresh pack. I pull out this nappy and I smell, as I open it, I smell this very toxic stench coming from it. And actually every nappy I opened had that same smell. And I realized there is something in those nappies that is very toxic. Some chemicals to absorb the liquid, I suppose. And I thought, well, I would not wear this myself, let alone day and night. Why would I put that on my little child's fresh baby bottom? And I started to question the formula that I was feeding my child. And I thought, what is in this artificial liquid that is going down my child's gut, that newly developing ecosystem? What is going to happen to my child's health? And I also noticed that outside, on my car, in the city that we lived in, dust settled on this car every day. And actually that dust wasn't just on the car, it was actually also inside my house, and it was on my furniture. And I thought, well, actually, probably it's in the air I'm breathing. It's probably in the air my child is breathing. And I realized, whilst I can wash the car, I cannot wash the lungs of my child. I began to notice other changes taking place as well. So in Austria, where we go on holiday, I saw the glacier that I'd known since childhood slowly shrinking. Where had the wildflower meadows gone? Where I had picked flowers for my mother when I was a child? Why had I not seen a hedgehog in 10 years? And I began to read in the papers about the melting poles, the Arctic, the Antarctic, vanishing fast. And I thought, well, I'm seeing this in my lifetime. But I'm not 1,000 years old. I'm 45 years old. And in those 45 years, I have seen this change happen. And I would say that was the beginning of panic, probably, rising inside of me. I thought, well, if those poles are melting, say the refrigerators of the planet are melting, or failing, the cooling units of the planet are failing, the planet will heat up. So where are we going to live? Where are my children going to live when it's got 50, 60 degrees outside? Will they have to retreat to caves? And with that panic also came a sense of sadness, a deep sense of sadness, that I was witnessing the demise of the planet and nature that I loved so much. And also, a strong sense of guilt started to appear in me. Guilt that with everything I consume, everything we as a family consume, we are contributing to this demise. So what do you do when that happens? We first decided we'll change our life. We moved to the country, we took the children out of the city, out of the dust, into fresh air. We bought fresh and seasonal local food, so we didn't have so much plastic in the household, for example. And looked into electric cars, we planted a wildflower meadow. But I realized it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. And also, it wouldn't make that change. Because actually, what I realized is this was not just about the survival of my children. This was really about the survival of our entire species. Now, I never thought of myself as an activist. Activists are other people. They maybe grow beards. They are brave, courageous, wild sometimes. Remember, I'm a stay-at-home mother at this point. I'm not going to upsell the Rainbow Warrior in any hurry. I think, what on earth can I do as I'm pacing my home, wondering what on earth I could do? And I realized the solution lay there, on my desk, my laptop. I just flick it open. I start writing. That could be, for example, to the local supermarket. Hello, I love buying your organic blueberries. I would buy many more of them if they weren't in plastic packaging. What are you planning to do to reduce this packaging? I write to my town council. What are you doing to bring down pollution in the city? What solutions are you offering? And I began to ask for responses. And those responses were coming in, slowly but surely. What happened next? So it's not just me writing at home, or maybe taking photographs of litter in the English woodlands to send to the beer manufacturers. What happens is that actually people get in touch with me. So organizations that I had initially contacted get back to me, and they ask me for my advice. To my utter surprise, I'm invited to advise organizations. In fact, so much so I can't take on any more new work now. The local energy provider that I had spoken to about providing new energy, green energy, contacts me to ask whether we could collaborate on a new business opportunity, a green business opportunity in our village. But perhaps most importantly of all, people get in touch with me. Other mothers get in touch with me. Men, fathers at school who want to get involved, get in touch with me as well. And they ask how they can become active. Now, there are an estimated 2.2 billion people, there are about an estimated 2.2 billion mothers on this planet. Imagine we all wrote. Imagine we would all start taking photographs. Mother Teresa is said to have said that, she said, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone and that will ripple the waters. In that sense, let's begin. Thank you.